Westchester Children's Museum, here again to do our weekly activity. And this week, it's all about popcorn. Do you like popcorn? I love popcorn. My favorite thing is to make some popcorn and watch a really good movie. But today, we're going to do some fun things with popcorn. And we're going to learn a little bit more about where popcorn comes from, and how those tiny little kernels of dried corn turn into these fluffy, beautiful, delicious pieces of popcorn. And then we're also going to have some more fun doing a little science activity too. So let's get started with what you need to learn a little bit more about popcorn and popcorn kernels. For the first thing that we're going to do with popcorn, you just need a few things. So you actually need either a tall glass or a mason jar. Actually, you're going to need 3 of these. You're going to need some popcorn kernels, and you can buy those in the grocery store in a jar or a container. And you're going to need some vegetable oil. You're going to need some vinegar. You're going to need some baking soda, and I just put that in a cup. You're actually going to need a tablespoon. And of course, as I said, you're going to need some popcorn kernels that you're going to put in the bottom of each of your 3 jars. And that's what you need for our first little science experiment. We're actually going to do something fun. We're going to make some popcorn kernels dance. So let's get started with our first fun experiment. So what we're going to do first is we're actually going to take our jars, and you're going to put your popcorn kernels on the bottom. And you want to cover the bottom of each jar. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put water in one jar and fill it about halfway full. Then you're going to put oil in another jar, and you're going to fill it about halfway full. And then you're going to put vinegar in your last jar and fill it about halfway full. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our baking soda, and we're going to take a tablespoon, and we're going to put 1 tablespoon in each of our jars. So we're going to start with the water. But what I need you to do is I need you to observe and watch what happens and see if we get a reaction, or see if we can make our popcorn dance. So let's start with the water, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Okay. There's our water and baking soda. I'm going to do another tablespoon just in case. Okay, what do you see happening? Is there anything happening? Okay, so let's do our oil next. And I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of baking soda. And let's watch and see what happens. That's interesting. I see some bubbles floating up in that one. Look at that. And our baking soda kind of stayed in the corner there. But I see some bubbles coming from that baking soda. And let's try putting 1 more. Okay, so next we're going to do our vinegar. And we're going to put 1 tablespoon of baking soda in. Whoa! Look what happened. I only put 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Okay, let's watch our popcorn see what happens. Look at that. I see some bubbles in there. What do you see? Oh, look at that. I see some dancing popcorns. Some are moving to the top. And we may have to watch this for a while. So let's take a closer look so you can see a little bit more. But I see some dancing popcorns. So here is our closer look at our dancing popcorn. It's still going and I left it for a while. Why does that happen? Here is a piece of dried out corn. And we're gonna make some popcorn with this corn. How are we gonna do that? Let's see. Wow, look at that. I put my calico corn, the dried corn cob, in a bag after I cut off the husk. Now I put it in a brown bag, like a lunch bag, and I folded the top over and I put it in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes. And look at this! The popcorn popped right off my cob. Look what happened to our calico corn after 3 to 5 minutes in the microwave in our brown bag. Wow, look at all the popcorn that's still popped on the cob. And look at all the missing kernels, because that's all our popcorn that's in our bag. Isn't that cool? Wow, you can make popcorn right off the corn cob. That's pretty awesome. So let's find out what happened and why in both of our mini little science experiments. So first of all, when we put baking soda in with the vinegar with the popcorn kernels, what happened was the combination of the vinegar and the baking soda formed carbon dioxide, which is a gas, and this formed bubbles. And what happened is those bubbles lifted up the popcorn higher, and then once those bubbles popped, it would drop the popcorn. So that's why we kept seeing our corn kernels keep going up and down. So how does popcorn turn into something else? Now we saw with our corn cob how we could just put it in the microwave and put it in there for 3 to 5 minutes, and we saw all those pieces of popcorn that came off of the cob. So what happens is there's only certain types of corn that you can actually make popcorn with. Now the calico corn is one of them. So that corn is very dry on the outside, those corn kernels, and inside is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of moisture. And when that heat is applied, that moisture turns into steam, and it pushes on all the sides of that corn kernel and it pops open and almost turns kind of inside out. And that's how your kernel turns into these wonderful fluffy treats. So I hope you enjoyed our activity today, and I hope you enjoy eating some popcorn too. It's Margie from the Westchester Children's Museum, and I'll see you again soon.